everyone, I'm inside my ads manager again, and I'm going to show you another hack that I use to get applicants to sign up. So if anyone wants to perform at the mic drop, right, at this event, they need to send in their information or any link to their previous performance or just a small video so that we can have a look and schedule them accordingly, because no matter what it is, you need to have some kind of control in your event. So now without further ado, I'm going to show you the strategy or the hack that I use. So you can see that this is my event and I've renamed this as engagement for application. This is the event name. Right now this ad isn't active. I ran it for a few days in which it reached out to 13,336 people, and I only ended up spending around 714 rupees. Now honestly speaking, if I tell you what this money is equal to in dollars, this is hardly $5 that I've spent. I'm going to go deep down and just show you some insights from the ad, right? So I'm going to click on ads. On the ad set, I'm going to click on edit, right? And I'm going to show you guys how I targeted those people who would be performing. Let me go drag down and let me show you the audience that I've targeted. So if you remember, for my events ad, I didn't target, I just didn't put anything in the detail targeting. Right now you can see that I've selected the city, the age, gender, a trend of detailed targeting expansion. By default, I'm going to click on edit. Now if you see by demographics, I've added people who are musicians, I've added people who are comedians, I've added people who are composers, drummers, guitarists, hip-hop artists, lead vocalists, rap artists, vocalists, songwriters, so many different things that you can add over here, right? So if any of you want to target those people specifically, this is another campaign that you could run, and trust me, this is really helpful because it's going to get you people who actually want to perform, and you can obviously know who these people are before they perform. We don't want anyone to just come up and just give a horrible performance and ruin this event for everybody. You are spending your money, you're working really hard for it, right? Just think of it in that way. So if I click on dancer, let's see if something comes up. There's the option of hip hop dancer, right? I'm just going to add anyone who's an employer of hip hop dancer, whose field of study is hip hop dancer, or their job title is hip hop dancer. So I'm going to click them by their job title, right? And this is the same way I've added all of these other things. You can just type in musicians, you can type in comedians, composers. You can just type in these keywords and automatically people would Facebook will target those people who have these demographics. If I go on suggestions, so you can see that automatically it's giving me in more suggestions. Just need to put in one keyword. If I put in stand-up comedian, I would get people who are interested in rapping, who are interested in hip-hop dance, in comedy clubs. This is one of my major target audience. I target people who are interested in comedy clubs, and they were more likely to visit because everybody loves comedy and everybody loves music, right? Similarly, there's another page called Comedy Central. I've seen a lot of funny videos on that page. You can also target specific pages. It's worked good for me as well, and it can work for you as well. All the things that matter is how much do you test your audience. So I've tested out different audiences, and so far not targeting at all really helps me when it comes to getting event response. So you can add as many as options that you want: drummer, guitarist, musician, performance art, hip-hop dancing, rapping, freestyle rap, I like that, right? So I added in all the details in the demographics, and my ad was shown to people who are either in this field of study or they're interested in it. Most things that work is in demographic, their work, their job titles, their composer, their drummer. So this got me really good results, and I got a lot of applications within the next like 3 days. I ran this ad for 3 days, I think. Then I paused the ad because we got so many applications that it was becoming difficult to schedule for everyone. So we scheduled we got almost 25 applications, right? Let me see if I could show you my application result as well. in the Google Documents, in Google Forms, and you can see that I've got around 58 responses from a lot of people who are performing really different things. Some of them are comedians, some of them are musicians, some of them are poet. Multiple people. We've got 58 responses. That means 58 people who saw my ad. All of the people who saw my ad, out of them 58 people fill in the form, fill in their details for them to perform. So here's a summary. I'm not going to go into deep down into this because this is real sensitive information. I would not be sharing that. Okay, so just a one short preview of all the responses in the sheet, how are they in front of me. So there's timestamp, their name, their contact number, email address, their kind of performance, and obviously a link to their performance if they have previously. So you can see that these are the number of people who have signed up, around 59 people in total. Maybe there are a few repetitions over here, people who have tried to apply, but I think that that's a lot of information. So I just set up a Google form and linked it into my ad, right? So I've shown you all this, and I've shown you how I targeted those people. Alright, so now you guys have already seen the form that I've created, the audience that I've targeted, right? So I'm gonna show you the campaign now. Right now I'm gonna show you the campaign creative and the campaign that you need to run to get this result, right? So first thing first is that you need to go on your page, right? You need to go on page wherever your event is going on, right? So my event is at Admart Digital's AAA Digital Marketing's page, right? And I'm going to create a post, and I'm going to publish a video, in which video or any image I would be asking people simply to amaze us with their talent, right? So it's a small video. I'm going to show you that video, and after I've done with posting that video, you need to run an engagement ad, right? So I'm going to go ahead in my ads manager again. So if you guys remember, you click on create, right? You go on engagement, you go on post engagement. You can rename this as mic drop applications, right? You're gonna go ahead and click on continue, and then you're going to select the audience, the same audience that I showed you earlier, right? After you're done with putting in the budget and all the other information, you will need to put in the demographics as musicians, comedians. Just go ahead and put in musician, right? It would show you the option of adding people who have the field of study as musician, their job titles, or just simple interests. So start with field of study, and then click on suggestions, and you've got the option of other things that you can add. You can see interest, school, and all that. So people who are basically coming in these demographics would be targeted, right? So once you're done with this, here it is, be post engagements. In post engagement, anyone who would be seeing your ad would be clicking on like, they would be doing a comment, or they would be simply sharing an ad. This is how Facebook would charge you, right? You know how all other things goes, right? So I'm not gonna do that again. So I'm just gonna show you with the existing campaign that I've already created. Optimization for your ad delivery would be post engagement, and then comes the third thing, that is most important thing, that is your ad creative. So I'm just gonna give you a small preview. This is just one frame by frame animation. It's not that simple. You can just create one single image as well, and that would do the trick, right? And I have posted this on my page over here, right? I've created a post and posted this over here. And then when I'm creating a new campaign, let's click on continue, just to give you guys an idea. I've selected the page, and I'm going to click on use existing post, and I'm going to select that post, right? So just for an example, this is a short video. I'm going to select it, and this is just for an example, right? So this is just an example of the video, right? Just like the one that I showed you earlier, right? And you can see that I've only spent 714 Pakistani rupees and I reached out to almost 13,000 people. So this is basically to get some results that you guys can have some control on who is performing at start, right? So what we usually do is that we line up a few people that we've seen that we like, and after that anyone else from the audience who wants to perform, they can do that as well, right? So it brings it makes my event really successful, and our events have been gone really good after since we started doing that, right? So this is another hack that I used. Similarly, if it's a closed event and you want your anyone who's visiting the event, they must fill in the form. We have some corporate events in which every single person can't enter, but people who fill in the form, they provide us information and reserve their spot. Only those people can enter. So something like this could be really helpful, and trust me guys, it worked for me and it's gonna work for you too. So this is another hack. I hope this hack is really helpful. If you guys have any question, feel free to ask me. I would really happy to help you out.